Hello, you're watching InstaForex News. Today we will talk about the economic condition of Japan and its national currency. Visible changes can take place during the couple of weeks. At the end of November, the Bank of Japan was ready to accomplish a currency intervention with the purpose of leveling a steady growth of the Japanese yen against the US dollar. The US dollar-yen pair fell to 14-year minimum at 84.83, and there were concerns that the national currency advancement may put at risk a fragile recovery of Japan's economy. Presently, the Bank of Japan pressure towards the currency intervention came to nothing. The yen is going down without any help. Due to this, talks about intervention eased slightly. Some currency specialists, for example UBS, think that yen is to continue the downward trend. So what has changed concerning the yen? There can be two factors involved. Particularly, the yen weakening as an asylum currency is observed. Also, the fierce increase of the world's investors regarding that the Japanese economy has succeeded to start a confident revival. During a lot of months, the investors were not paying attention to the last factor and were considering the Japanese currency as an asset able to provide a haven in unstable conditions. At the same time, despite remaining fears regarding the possibility of the sovereign debt default, the investors started being more inclined to risk. On Monday, it was sounded that Abu Dhabi will lend support to Dubai. That means that the mood of the financial market participants may turn out that will lead to the investors' risk appetite up to the levels fixed before Dubai announced that it needs a deferral of debt repayment on November 25. Thus, the yen has become much less attractive for the investors as they are ready to take more risks. Meanwhile, the Bank of Japan confession concerning that the country's economy is far from recovery boosted the bearish pressure on the yen. Aside from this, there was witnessed a lowering of short-term profitability after the Japanese central bank agreed with the government to provide additional 10 trillion yen financing at the rate of 0.1%. This liquidity inflow in Japan came in line with the optimism rise related to the US economy when the data on non-farm payrolls appeared to be much more favorable in November than expected. It contributed to an increase of short-term profitability of the American assets that raised the difference between the earning power in the USA and Japan. In such a manner, the support gained by the yen weakened more significantly. This trend is likely to extend. The economic findings of Japan continued signaling about the situation worsening. Notably, the last business survey results made by the Bank of Japan demonstrated a disturbing intention of the residents to cut the capital investments that denotes to that the business sentiment index of Japan has suffered. As the deflation becomes stronger in the Japanese economy, the central bank will possibly have to take new measures within the monetary policy in order to stimulate the economy. Especially worth paying attention to the fact that amid a large-scale budget deficit, the Japanese government cannot do almost anything in relation to the fiscal policy. It was Forex News provided to you by InstaForex News team and me, Isakova. Thank you for watching us and goodbye.